Jordan!
Iain!
Who found a stray dog, took it home to give it a wonderful new life, only to find out it was actually an MIB trying to infiltrate them, but bonded with them over their shared love of crisps, and now will be replacing one of the unlucky hosts of this podcast.
Jackie Chan?
No. Two guys. One Hello and welcome to episode 68 of Two Guys What's Up, the weekly comedy podcast where my name is Iain and I'd like to introduce you all to my new friend and co-host, Mike. Mike, how are you?
Iain?
Shit. Jordan, is that you?
Yeah, it's me.
Didn't you eat that cookie that mysteriously found its way into your pantry last week?
I don't have a pantry.
Oh shit, that might be why. And for all you listening at home, I do realise that it's weird and maybe a little bit of a plot point that yes, I called John's number and was expecting to find my new MIB dog pal Mike, and the only answer I have for that is that the plan was you eat the poisoned cookie.
What?
Cookie. Mike eat you, disposing of all the evidence, and then he just assumes your place in every aspect of your life. So I was calling your phone intending to find my new pal Mike.
Okay. Well, hang on. Just to clarify one thing. You did say pantry and I don't have one, so I can only hope I've got a really unfortunate neighbour.
It's heard last night. Oh, a cookie.
Mike's not really great at discerning the house number.
It's just like your dad. He went to the wrong house.
Wait, is my dad Mike?
Oh, shit, maybe. But it's fine, absolutely. We'll continue as normal. But how are you, Jordan? Are you hungry, maybe? Do you want to go grab a quick snack before we start? Maybe a cookie or something?
You know what? I am actually really hungry and I would totally eat a poisoned cookie right now.
I'll take anything I can get.
Yeah, exactly.
The house is empty.
I was going to say that I was really good until I heard that.
Or let's just forget that.
Okay.
Because we're here now.
Okay, well, I'm really good.
Good. I'm very glad to hear that, Jordan.
I must admit, though, I had a pretty bad head after we last got together for recording.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't even drink that much, but I think it must have been the heavy mix of spirits that we had.
Yeah, possibly. They'll do that to you.
And I do think it was the pineapple-flavoured rum that we used as a substitute for pineapple juice is probably what tipped it over the edge.
So when it's like one shot vodka, one shot martini, top up with pineapple juice, and we were like, don't have juice, just top it up with rum. So like, it's a full drink full of just spirits.
It literally was, wasn't it? And then we had like a little bit of Sprite or something.
Yeah, Coke or Sprite, one of the two, I can't remember.
It was delicious either way.
It was incredibly refreshing. Like, I could just drink it. It tasted like a carton of fruit juice or something like that. I was expecting it to be like a punch in the throat.
You could smell it before the mixer went in, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah. I mean, you were brave enough to try it first without the mixer. You were like, oh, just give it a go. And I was like, no.
Yeah, I mean, my throat did disintegrate.
It did.
So I've had that operation. I'm all good now.
It's a little bit of an extreme measure to go to for weight loss, but, you know.
It really is. Still didn't work.
Damn it, we'll have to try again.
But anyway, how are you?
Mate, I'm, as you were after last recording, I'm a little bit hungover.
Oh, dear.
But it's my own fault. I went out for a friend's birthday last night. He doesn't drink, so I...
Made up for it.
Yeah, I made up for it. I had a few drinks myself. We just went for a nice walk because, like, you know, we hate clubs and pubs because of the noise and the people. And
you barred from them all as well.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to say that, Jordan.
Too Larry.
I was trying to make out that I'm some kind of relaxed spirit, you know. Oh, I don't want to be in the noise and the people. I just want to be out with nature. But yes, I'm barred from them all. Thanks for that, Jordan. So we had a few drinks. He went to his house. I came to my house, and then it got to about midnight, so we weren't even out that late. I was like, I should probably go to bed. And then woke up at 2 o'clock on the sofa, like, oh shit, I fell asleep.
Oh,
so
no.
I thought, right, if I go to bed now, I can get like 4 hours in. And as I was thinking that, my eyes sprung open, and it was 5 in the morning. I was like, oh shit, I fell asleep again.
Oh no.
So like, it's like, you know, in films when people have dreams and they wake up in a dream, and then something happens, and then they wake up, and that was the dream.
Yeah.
It's like I dreamt that it was 2 o'clock, but, you know, I just kind of went, oh, it's 2 o'clock, and then fell instantly back to sleep.
Hey, you must have needed it.
Could have probably done with it in a more comfortable environment, like my bed, and not just hunched over on the sofa, covered in fucking pizza crumbs.
That's the best way to go.
That's how I want to be found.
Yeah. I mean, you might have been. Your wife might have seen you and thought, oh, fuck it, I'll leave him.
Just left the divorce papers under my hand. Sign it in pizza grease, you dickhead.
Just wipe your beard all over it. Love it.
Anyway, me old pal, what have you got coming up for us today?
Well, today, Ian, we're going to dive headfirst into the absurdity of everyday life when buying and selling items on Facebook Marketplace.
Oh, yeah, I remember you told me about this, and I instantly got an erection out of excitement because I love these kinds of interactions. I've got a funny one to tell you as well later.
Oh, God, I love it. Okay. Yeah, it's where the ordinary meets the extraordinary, and the potential buyer or seller reveal themselves to be anything but. So, in other words, the weirdest Facebook Marketplace interactions.
Fantastic. Actually, do you mind if I just tell you the one that I have in my head now? Because I know I'll forget it otherwise.
Yeah, go for it.
It was on this TikTok channel that I found where people make songs out of these interactions.
Okay.
But, obviously, I won't sing it to you because I'm shocking at that.
I mean, please.
Oh, God, no. You don't want to hear that, pal.
I'll auto-tune it.
I'll give you a thing at the end so you can auto-tune that and stick it at the end of the podcast. That ain't happening. So some guy who was like, hey, buddy, are you still selling the car, for example? I can't remember what it was. And he was like, yeah, it's 800. And then the guy was like, oh, would you take 200? And then the seller was like, yeah, sure, why not? And the other guy was like, oh, that's great. Where do you want to meet? He gave him an address and said, meet here in 10 minutes. And the guy was like, yeah, okay, yeah, sure. So then he texts again saying, right, I'm here. And he's like, right, now turn around and go inside. And then the guy who was trying to buy it was like, what, inside the comedy club? And the seller was like, yeah, because you're fucking making a right joke if you think I'm going to be taking 200.
Yeah. I think I've seen a similar one where someone takes them to A&E or something and they're like, go get your head checked.
God, right, okay. Similar sort of thing. Brilliant.
Yeah, I love it. So, Ian, what have you got for us today?
Well, Jordan, today I am going to be entertaining you with some of my favourite and some of the weirdest lists from an amazing book that I found and mentioned last week, where I fantastically got the title completely wrong. And so it is actually titled 5 People Who Have Died During Sex and 100 Other Terribly Tasteless Lists.
Brilliant.
And I kind of accidentally gravitated towards all things medical. So there are some phobias to start with, some crazy information on a serial killer, and as I teased last week, the strangest Middle Ages remedies for some conditions that today are either eradicated, absolutely fine to live with, or would be a simple pill or cream. But people back then had some wacky ideas, and that is all coming up a little bit later. So first, Jordan, please tell me these Facebook interactions, because I can't wait to hear them.
Okay, well, I'm excited for your bit too, but shall we dive straight in?
Let's fucking just go, pal.
The Facebook Marketplace, one of a kind. Sometimes you may find yourself scrolling through and just happen upon that perfect item, but you have a maybe less than perfect exchange with the seller. Or maybe you're trying to get rid of some clutter. You're after a quick sell, but it turns out that your potential buyer is not the brightest bulb in the chandelier. You know, the elevator doesn't go all the way to the top floor.
Oh, yeah.
They fell out of the stupid tree and they hit every branch on the way down.
They're fucking idiots, yeah.
Exactly. So today, my failed assassin, I shall take you on a journey through the weird and wonderful world of online commerce on FaceB.
Oh, yeah.
So sit back, relax, and strap yourself in as we explore some of the strangest interactions that have unfolded on Facebook Marketplace.
Nice.
So starting with this one where someone says, during COVID, I got messaged about a laptop CPU I was selling. It was around 11 p.m. and she was wanting me to drive about an hour away that night to deliver it because she didn't have a car, somewhere out in the sticks. So I looked through her profile posts, and one of the first ones I came across was a picture of her and her boyfriend posing with a sawed-off shotgun. The conversation devolved into them wanting me to drive out into the middle of nowhere, with them suggesting a threesome.
What?
I ended up having to block them.
Fucking hell. So first of all, they wanted to buy the computer, then they just wanted to fuck them.
Apparently so. This isn't my story.
I really went from 0 to 100 like fucking fast, didn't it?
Yeah, kinda. I don't know. I'm not sure I would have gone through with it myself.
Well, you know, I'm still on the fence. If I ever get that message, I'll just see what happens. I'll play it by ear.
I'll create a fake profile. We'll try it.
You don't need to. Just text me.
Fair enough, yeah. Another one says, one time I was trying to buy a rug and I accidentally called the woman selling it lover because of an autocorrect. She went from very responsive to ghosting me.
God, what was the full sentence?
Unfortunately, they didn't share that, which I feel like is a pretty big part of the puzzle piece, really.
Yeah, because, like, where would you put that into a sentence that it would make sense? Because, like, hey, how's it going, lover? Or still selling that rug, lover?
A rug lover sounds weird.
I wonder if there's a name for that.
Maybe.
Sounds like a B-52 song.
It does. Maybe we should write one.
I think we probably should.
This guy ended up having to have his wife create an account just so they could follow through with buying it because they really wanted it.
Oh, God.
So I assume this seller never connected the dots.
Yeah, I mean, you'd probably look at the surname and be like, that's a little bit similar.
That's very true. And the wife starts, "Hi, lover."
Hey, babe. Still selling that rug, darling.
Another one where it seems like people always want something for nothing. It's that classic, isn't it?
Yeah.
And when they don't get it, they just throw the toys out of the pram. Yeah. And the exchange goes as follows.
You still got the PS4?
Yes, I do. I still have it. I also have like 14 games for it with no scratches on the discs.
Can I buy it for $10?
What? No. It's a PS4 Pro with 14 games and 2 controllers. $100 is a really good deal.
Fuck you! You won't sell it and I'm going to send a hitman on you.
That's going to cost more than the $10.
Maybe.
Just use the money that you're going to spend on the fucking hitman to buy the PS4.
Do you reckon they bargained with the hitman though?
Yeah, I need you to take someone out for me. How much you got? $10.
Perfect.
Yeah, nice one. I was only going to ask for 8.
But collecting the PS4 and the games, that costs extra.
Yeah.
And he wasn't keen on that, so he got a hitman on the hitman.
It's never stopped.
Exactly. And there's another exchange here where someone tries to negotiate the price of a car. And in fact, I should have thought about this. If I send you the screenshot, Ian, shall we role play this?
Go for it, pal.
All right.
And while you send this to me, by the way, I will just say, like, I am all up for, people, if you don't ask, you don't get. So you may as well try your luck. But, when you are then told no, just go, okay, fair enough, I tried, didn't get it at the end.
Exactly. Yeah. I'll try and meet them halfway.
Yeah, just continue to try and bargain. And when that doesn't happen, take out a contract on them.
Or geographically just meet them halfway.
Yeah.
So, Ian, have you got the screenshot?
I have got it up.
So this is someone negotiating the price of the car, so you'll be the negotiator.
Okay, nice. But it still runs right?
Yeah, it runs. Engine and clutch are all good, but it has a small radiator leak, so you got to throw some water in it maybe once a week.
Can you get it fixed before I buy it?
I'm sorry, I really don't have the extra money to get it fixed, but I don't think $450 is a lot to ask for a car that runs great with minimal problems. I just want it off my driveway.
Well, if I give you the $450, you can get it fixed, and then I'll take it. It's a good deal, because I've seen your ad twice already, so you haven't been able to sell it.
You want me to use the $450 to fix whatever is wrong with the radiator and keep the rest as payment for the car?
That sounds good. Plus, in a couple of months, I'm giving it to my uncle that needs a car.
No thanks. Good luck, though.
I was a little bit extra at the bottom. Thanks, buddy. That was very kind of you to offer, and good luck in all your endeavours too. Wow, he sounds like a really nice guy.
It does, doesn't it? Shame that last bit was made up.
Improv master over here.
But yeah, what a fucking idiot.
Dude, that's a ridiculous thing to say to someone.
Yeah, I will give you the money to get it fixed, and then you can give me the fixed car for free.
Yeah, no.
And another one, just being spiteful for the sake of it. Let me send you this one, Ian. There's no indication of what the item is.
Okay, right. So this is exactly what we were talking about, to be honest.
Really
Like, trying the look and then trying to haggle it. Okay, you're in for a treat, listeners. $110.
No, I'm firm on 120, thank you.
$115.
Once again, I am firm on $120.
$116. $119.
120.
I'll buy it for 119, just so I don't pay you 120.
125.
You're a child.
Says the man who can't understand what firm means. That is exactly what we were talking about.
Yeah. Well, there's a little bit extra at the bottom of this one. I don't know if you saw that. My apologies for being such a ball bag. I will give you 130 for your trouble. Thank you, sir. Can't wait to pick up the giant butt plug.
It is motorised.
I wouldn't want to buy that used, though. I mean, probably get a cheaper one first hand.
Well, you say that. There's something right at the very end that I've saved for you, in maybe a similar vein.
Oh, God.
And speaking of firm, the next encounter could have been. You'll see what I mean.
Is this still available?
Yes?
Can you deliver it to my house?
Yeah, no problem.
Wow, thanks a lot.
When are you free?
Now if you can be.
Is it okay if you could help get it out of the car as it is quite heavy?
Of course.
Which house number is it?
17.
Do you have the cash ready?
Can I pay you in pleasure?
No.
Drats.
And what did they add to the end of that?
Yeah, there's a little bit at the bottom. I don't know if you saw it. It says, fair enough, just the money then. How much is it? Jordan, there's a little bit of blue there. How much does it say?
$1 million.
$1 million. Cool, yep. I think I'd be more inclined to play with pleasure if they asked for $1 million for something.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't be inclined to accept it, though, because that is a pretty expensive hand job. Moving on. Someone else is selling a sofa for $400, and the exchange goes as follows.
Is the couch still available?
Yeah?
$15.
What?
$15 for the couch.
You're kidding, right? My post says the price is not negotiable.
Okay, but I don't have $400. I only have $15. Please, man, I need this couch. Money's tight AF. And plus, I saw another guy selling it for a cheaper price. Hook me up, wouldn't you? 2 question marks. I'm your friend after all.
Okay, firstly, we're not friends. We've only ever talked like 7 times.
A bit weird to count that.
I know damn well money isn't tight for you. You bought a $90,000 car like a week ago, and you saw another guy selling it for cheaper, so why don't you buy it from him?
Okay, fuck you then, stupid something.
I think it's bitch.
Cunt bitch. The famous insult. Hope your parents die in a car crash. Wow, shocking.
Yeah, fucking leave them out of it. That's fucking awful.
Bit of a low blow there.
A little bit. So, yeah, it turns out that Facebook is full of absolute idiots.
Yeah, that's why I generally tend to stay off it. My wife and I were looking for a dog once, and we were checking the Facebook marketplace, and we found one that we loved, and we were going to try and go through buying it, and I was chatting to the person, they were sending me pictures, and they were like, oh yeah, just like send some money over when you come and see the dog for the first time, and then, you know, we'll get it all sorted out, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
We were like, yeah, okay, cool, yeah, like sort of going through the motions of it, and then it turned out that it was a scam,
Oh, God.
and the person had done this to someone else, so luckily my wife came across it, told me about it, and I was like, fuck you, scammer, bitch. And then that was the end of it.
Did you actually say that?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
I've lost the conversation now. Couldn't tell you.
It's funny because I've got this exchange here now.
I said, fuck you, bitch.
So there's another one regarding some children's wellies. I'll let you begin this one.
Oh my God, I've just read the first line. Bear in mind, this is Facebook Marketplace.
Yes.
Do these come in size 5?
I have a size 6 and a size 4.
So the average is 5?
Those were my kids' sizes. I have 11 for little kids, 3, 4 and 6.
Okay, can you make the size 6 red and the size blue a 4? What? I'm not reading that wrong, am I? That literally says...
No, that is what it says.
The size blue a 4, yeah.
What do you mean make? I don't make shoes. I am selling my kids' snow boots.
Oh, so you can't switch the colours?
No, sorry.
Okay. Do you think you could buy brand new ones in the opposite colours and sell them to me at the used price? Fucking hell.
Like, that's hard work, isn't it?
The audacity of some people. Buy your own fucking shoes.
Yeah, surely you'd go to a shop, wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Not ask some random person.
Exactly. Classic case of someone that's good with maths, you know, like finding the average, but obviously not good at life. Common sense ain't so common, people.
No.
Clearly. And I feel like this next one kind of sums up what selling on Facebook is like. And it's a short and sweet exchange. I'll just say it. The question is the price negotiable? And the reply is, mate, it's £2. And penultimate one, proving that you can't trust anybody when selling a golf putter.
Okay, I have received it. I'm intrigued. Golf putter, £25. Hi, is this still for sale?
Hi, yes, I still have it. Are you interested?
Yes, mate. Where can you meet me? I'm in East Kilbride.
If you come and pick it up, you can have it for £20. I've been offered £20 for it already, but you message first. Let me know either way. Cheers.
I have just remembered where this is going. I haven't read ahead, but I just remember where this is going. Nice one. What's that? Because East Kilbride is Scotland, right? So once again, all right, mate, I'm going to meet some geezer for a new putter. Want to come with me and we'll just do him in and take it off him? Lol. Shit, that was meant for my pal. But it's not about you. Where do you live? Brilliant.
It's like, hello.
I love the way he tries to get out of it. It wasn't about you.
Yeah,
It's like the guy's going to be like, oh, phew.
Yeah.
See you in 10.
And I love how actually in the question that he was meant to say to his friend,
Yeah.
he's like, shall we do him in and take it off him? Lol.
Yeah.
I love it.
Shit. That wasn't meant for you, my pal. Love it.
As if like that's really reassuring him.
Yeah. Don't worry, mate. There's a different Potter I'm looking at.
I'm a good guy. So to leave you with this final one, to prove that not only are there stupid exchanges, but sometimes they're just downright weird items listed in general.
Oh, Lord, I'm looking forward to this one.
So, the listing is edible panties. Only selling because I didn't know my boyfriend didn't like licorice. Fit size large, but you can eat around the waistband and retie it to make it smaller. Only worn once.
Oh.
Like new condition. $40 on nearest offer. And somebody replied to this publicly. I'm trying to decide if this is a joke or not. OMG with a crying laughter face. And the original poster responds, it was only on for an hour, plus I sprayed Febreze on them after.
Wow.
That kind of kills the bacteria, so 3 question marks. That is horrendous.
So much wrong with it. I mean, Febreze is not for food. So,
Exactly.
and no one wants to be eating somebody else's naughty bit huggers. Grim.
And there's a picture of it as well, put up on like a hanger.
Just outside the podcast joint. Is it still available?
No, I bought it.
Shit. If you've worn it, just give it a quick Febreze, mate, and I'll buy it off you.
Yeah, I only wore it for an hour.
Nice. Good as new.
And there you have it. With that concludes our journey through the quirks and curiosities of Facebook Marketplace. And to be honest, as I said, that's really the only reason that I ever buy from it and never actually sell.
Oh, yeah.
Because that way I get to be the local weirdo that you've never met before. And it's somehow within walking distance to your home, trying to buy your nephew's, I don't know, Dust Smothers PS2 that you were offering for 25 quid for exactly just 50 pence and a half-eaten packet of Haribo Star Mix.
Half-eaten box of edible panties.
That too. And fully warm. Delicious, fully warm.
Oh, God. Ugh, sticky.
Warm licorice.
Grim. Well, very good. Thanks very much for that. I love stuff like that. That is one of my new favourite things, to be honest. I've started following that channel on TikTok that sings them all.
I'm sorry I didn't sing it for you.
That's fine, mate. I mean, you are in the middle of having singing lessons, so you could have, had you wanted to.
God, could you imagine me, like, trying to yodel it?
I'd pay to see that, mate. All right, so are you ready for some weird fucking list stuff?
I absolutely am.
Right, so I just want to preface it by saying I'm not literally just going to, like, read a list here. I've, like, cherry-picked my favourite bits from certain lists, so it's the best one.
Okay, brilliant. Yeah, looking forward to it.
So first up, some bizarre phobias, you know, just in true Two Guys What's Up style, I thought it'd be best. So I've got 5 for you, Mike. Jordan, sorry. Sorry, that's going to be hard to stop doing. But I'm just going to read them out for you, and I just want you to tell me what you think that they are phobias of.
Okay, brilliant. Yeah, go for it.
Quickfire round. Eurotophobia.
Fear of Europeans.
No. No, it is, in fact, the fear of female genitalia.
Wow, okay.
Before you say anything, I don't know. Okay.
You don't know the connection. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, moving on. Geniophobia.
The fear of family trees. I don't know.
Fear of chins.
Okay. Okay. It's a shame because they'll have one.
I don't know if it's just the pointy one that people generally have or the extra ones that people like you and I have.
Yeah, that's it, yeah. I mean, luckily, we've got beards to hide it a bit.
Exactly. The joys of having facial hair. I only look fat from the shoulders down. Thanks, facial hair.
I love it.
Next one for you. Medomalacopophobia.
The fear of fields and meadows.
No, it is in fact the fear of losing an erection.
Oh, okay.
Now, I don't know if this means, just going floppy, or if it means losing it under the sofa. You just wake up one morning and you have to search your bed for it.
Or losing it forever.
Yeah, just like, quick snip, snip. circumcision gone wrong. So, where does the skin begin? Right at the back here.
Oh, God.
Last couple for you.
Yeah.
Papaphobia.
The fear of fathers.
It is the fear of the greatest father of all time, and I mean that in regards of stature, is the fear of the Pope.
Wow, okay. Interesting.
Because everyone has that nightmare where the Pope's knocking at the window. Hey, let me in. And last one for you, Venus trophobia.
The fear of planets, Venus.
Okay, I'm going to give you a little bit of a hint with this one. So think about the god Venus.
Right.
Goddess of love.
Oh, afraid of love?
Close. It's a fear of beautiful women.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, very strange. Some phobias for you. And on the subject of phobias, there is a list in this book of 12 famous people and the phobias that they have. And one listed is ichthyophobia, which is a fear of sharks, even on dry land. And can you guess which celebrity has that fear, Mike? Jordan.
Taylor Swift.
Brad Pitt.
Okay.
Has a fear of sharks, even on dry land. Can you imagine? I don't like sharks because they're big and pointy and sharp teeth and shit. So, I don't really like going in oceans. Even though I know there's probably none here, I still don't like it because I can't see beneath the waves. Could be one.
See, for me, it's jellyfish.
Oh, well, there you go. But can you imagine being scared of that, even on dry land? So you're sat in your bed and it's dark and you don't think, ghosts or monsters. You think, there could be a shark in my room.
To be honest, I don't, because I'm not a fucking idiot.
I think that's the reason they're called phobias.
Yeah, no, but there's phobias and there's phobias that are really unnecessary.
Irrational.
Yes, that as well.
Much like mine with aliens.
Well, that's a possibility. A shark in your room is not.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, fair enough.
That is not going to happen at all.
Absolutely, yeah. The fact that you probably can't convince yourself of that and allow the fear to grow is sort of weird to think.
Yeah, for me, that shouldn't exist as a phobia. That's I don't know, I was going to say the fear of pencils, but fair enough, that's more possible.
Yeah, but can you imagine though, right? You laid in bed one night, all of a sudden you hear your bedroom door creep open, and you're thinking, oh God, what is this? And a great white pokes its little fin round the door, followed by its big snout and one little beady eye looking at you from the side of its head. That would be quite terrifying as an image.
Yeah, especially when Alexa starts playing Baby Shark.
Real creepy like. Baby Shark. Fucking hell.
Oh, I'll tell you what, Alexa is really creepy when it's on whisper mode.
Yeah, I do that every night when I come in from work because I finish work late. So I'll say to the device that is right next to me, so I won't say it, but I'll ask it to turn on my bedroom light. And my wife doesn't wake up because she, is a heavy sleeper. But then as I'm leaving, I'll say, device, turn off the light. And I'll whisper at it and I'll go, okay. And it turns it off.
Oh, it's really creepy.
And then I'm just left in a dark room thinking, there could be a shark anywhere right now.
I used to have it set as well at night to come on as a routine, and I quickly turned that off because we have smart bulbs all over the house, and so we just have to say device good night and it will shut them all down at the same time.
That's cool.
Except occasionally we'll say it and the device will just reply good night, but it said it in a really creepy whisper and I was like, fuck that, I'm not doing that again.
I don't never want to hear that again in my life. I'll just use my hands from now on.
Yeah. So it's no longer in whisper mode, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I don't blame you, mate. But moving on, Mike. Fucking sorry, Jordan. Sorry, I've written it in my script, so, I was expected today to go a little bit different, but that's fine.
Fair enough, that's all right. I'm glad it's better for you.
It's just harder.
I'm sure it is.
So the next list is one that I hinted at about last week. 10 reliable Tudor remedies.
Love it.
So, Jordan, I'm going to pretend to be a doctor, and I'd like you to pretend to be my patients. So I'd like you to come into my office and tell me your problems, okay?
Okay. Is it office a euphemism?
You'll see at the end. Okay. And action.
Hi, Dr. Iain. There's something wrong with my penis.
Excuse me, can't you see I'm with a patient right now?
But my penis is really burning, Doctor.
Oh, fine. Come in, take a seat. I'll be with you once I'm done with this patient. Now, Beatrice, where were we? Ah, yes. Simply stop shagging everything that moves for 5 fucking minutes, use the cream, and the hemorrhoids will clear right up.
Thanks, Dr. Iain.
Now, Jordan, what seems to be the problem?
Well, firstly, there's a few of them. One is that you don't have privacy with your patients.
This is Tudor times.
There's 10 to be exact. I filled them out with the form in the waiting room. All my issues are listed right here.
Ah, fantastic. Thank you very much. That makes things a lot easier. Let me take a look. Oh, Jordan. Would you like the good news or the bad news first?
The good news first, please.
Well, the good news is that I have remedies, all tried and tested, all from the Middle Ages, for all of your ailments.
Oh, well, that sounds positive. So what's the bad news?
You're fucked.
Oh.
Okay, well, let's have a look at that list here. Thank you very much. The first one you've listed here is asthma. Shit, well, that's easily curable, Jordan. All you need to do is swallow young frogs or live spiders coated in butter. Which one would you choose?
If you do both, are you doubly treated?
Couldn't tell you.
Okay.
My doctor training only goes so far as to tell you the options.
Okay. Doing both results in immediate death.
I think doing one would result in death.
Oh.
What are you going for? Frogs or spiders?
Live spiders.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, okay. Did not see that go in that direction.
I mean, once it's coated in butter, it's not really going to be moving.
Yeah, it's pretty much a gourmet meal at that point, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? Yeah. Can you fry it as well in the butter?
Yeah, why not, mate? Do as you want.
Cheers, Doc.
So next on the list here, you've got gout. Oh, shit, that's quite a bad one. But easily curable. All you need to do is boil a redhead dog in oil, then add worms and the marrow from pig bones, apply the mixture to the affected areas, and you'll be as right as rain.
Beautiful.
Which is so counterproductive because, doing all that stupid stuff, with all the animals and bizarre concoctions that you make out of it ain't going to do anything. But putting it on the outside of your skin, which doesn't get to the affected area where gout is, ain't going to do fuck all. So
Yeah, because gout, is that to do with your bones? I'm not sure.
yeah, it's in your joints. You get
Yeah.
fluid in your joints and it's fucking awful.
Lovely.
Oh, an easy one for you here, Jordan. You said you've got a headache.
Yes, yeah, quite a bad one.
Okay, well, it doesn't really seem like something you need to come to the doctors for, but whatever, along with the other ailments, I'll allow it. So all you need to do for this one is rub your forehead with a rope that was used to hang a criminal.
Wow. I suppose if it slips a little bit lower, you won't need to worry about your headache.
Yeah, just shot a bit off, you'll be alright. But for your picking pleasure, we have several criminals out the back, newly hunged with their ropes. So, if you want to get the one that was freshly showered, that'll cost you 500 shillings. And if you want to get the rope that was used to kill the old stinky criminal, then that'll be free of charge. So it's up to you.
Okay, I'll go for the free one. And also, not to be the grammar police as such, but technically it would be newly hanged.
That is true. But, I took the information from the book that I learnt from.
I mean, you're only a doctor.
Exactly, yeah. And that's what doctors do. And you'll see why we're idiots a little later. Jordan, you've listed here that you also have rheumatism.
Oh, yeah. Flipping riddled.
Fairly easy to cure that one. Just wear the skin of a donkey. Moving on.
Oh, what? Replace my own?
Sew it on. Oh, God. Can you imagine if someone actually thought that? Like, the guy was like, yeah, just wear the skin of a donkey. Obviously meaning just drape it over your own body.
Yes.
But the guy was like, fucking hell. Went out, just like,
Needle and
cut
thread.
from the forehead, down the front, just started peeling it off. Like, that'd get rid of the rheumatism, I guess, wouldn't it?
I suppose.
Because you die. Oh, bollocks, you got a bit of jaundice. Right, This one takes a little bit longer to cure. It's fairly simple. All you need to do is drink a pint of ale containing 9 drowned head lice every morning for a week.
Perfect, that's all right.
Perfect, mate. I've got lice. My wife said get rid of them. I said fuck off.
Yeah, I'd just brush my hair over my pint.
Well, no, it needs to be 9.
Oh, exactly 9, okay.
Exactly 9. If you
Right.
accidentally do 10, you'll turn into a frog. And if you do 8, then you'll die.
Well, the frog will cure my asthma at least.
Yeah, but that's only if you swallow yourself. And I know what you Jordans get up to. Right, that's not what I mean, okay?
Okay, damn.
Oh shit, you've got a bit of the bubonic plague.
Oh, not again?
No problem. All you need to do is hold a live chicken against the sores until the bird dies.
Oh, wow. Okay. Any time frame?
Just whenever you want. I'm sorry, I know you're poor and the chickens that you own give you all the sustenance and food that you need to survive, but what do you want to do? Die from plague or die from starvation? Ironically enough, holding the bird against your knee until it dies, leaving you with no food, won't cure the plague, so one of them's going to get you anyway.
True, yeah.
It's just depending on which one gets you first.
Fair enough.
Ooh, whooping cough. Easy peasy. Grab yourself a ferret, feed it with milk, and then drink whatever leftover milk there is. Easy peasy, that one.
Okay, yeah.
A little bit of a little handsy one here, a little bit dirty for you. You've got warts. So all you need to do is lay half a mouse on the wart for half an hour, then bury it outside, and as that mouse rots, watch in awe as the warts will vanish with it.
Wow, it's like magic.
That's what they call me, Dr. Wizardface.
Do they?
Baldness. Nowadays, this is something that we can easily live with, but should you have wanted it eradicated from your life, back in Tudor times, all you need to do was rub dog or horse urine into the scalp.
Teddy, come here, my dad.
So fuck that, mate, I'm sold. Deafness. Oh, this one's an easy one. All you need to do...
Sorry, what did you say?
I knew that was coming. All you need to do is mix the gallstone of a hare and the grease of a fox together, warm the mixture, and then place it into the affected ear.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
Yes, sure.
Right from the beginning.
Right from the beginning. You're going to do that to me again, are you?
Iain.
Yes. Sorry, mate, the comedy wasn't really coming with this one. Should we start again? Try again. So after all that is said and done, Jordan, you will be grand. And there was obviously that first thing that you said when you walked in about the burning penis.
Oh, yeah, we've not even got to that.
Best cure for that one is to stick it in my mouth and just swish it around a bit. But Mike, as my old co-host mentioned, Admiral Horatio Nelson last week, I thought it only best to tell you a little tidbit about him from the 12 historic operations list.
Okay.
Oh shit, Jordan, sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. I'll take Mike.
I'll take him on.
Yeah.
One fine summer's day, aboard the ship the Theseus, Admiral Nelson unfortunately had to have his right arm amputated, without anaesthetic nonetheless. And because he had feeling in his arm, Nelson said he felt very upset by the feel of the cold scalpel against his flesh, and from that, he ordered that all amputations performed on ships under his command should be done with warm knives. Not anaesthetic, the easy option, but warm knives. After the arm was removed, he was left alone to recover with an opium pill and a shot of rum, and this was unfortunately the start of a lifelong opium addiction for the Admiral.
Oh, wow, okay. Didn't know that.
Yeah, poor guy. And one more from that list that just made me go, what the actual fuck? President James Garfield, who was president from March 4th, 1881 until 19th of September 1881, so a cool, 6 months, was shot by an assassin. Dr. Willard Bliss, the first of 16 doctors to try and see about saving the president, he jabbed a finger into the wound, then inserted a non-sterile probe in hopes of finding the bullet, failed, but it caused so much damage that it misled everyone into concluding that the bullet had penetrated the president's liver, and therefore surgery would be useless. An army surgeon general then sticks his unwashed finger into the wound, followed by the Navy surgeon general, who probes it with his finger so deeply that it punctured the president's liver. Alexander Graham Bell was then called so he could try and use his metal detector to locate the bullet. After several passes over the president's body, Bell said he'd found it. They decided to perform surgery on Garfield to try and get the bullet out, but it was then realised that what Bell had actually detected with his metal detector was the metal spring under the mattress. So they didn't actually find the bullet. So the deep and now infected wound caused Garfield to have a fatal heart attack, and the autopsy confirmed that the bullet had lodged far away from the spine and that Garfield would have survived if the doctors had simply left him alone.
Wow, okay. That's horrendous.
Pretty fucked up, innit?
I'm glad to see practices have changed.
Oh, absolutely. So now we find ourselves at 10 Dangerous Doctors, kicking things off with the 3rd century Greek anatomist, personal physician to the Roman Emperor Galen, and he killed more people than any other man in medical history. For more than 1,000 years, Galen was acknowledged by the Roman Catholic Church to be the world's only official authority on human anatomy. The church was not least concerned with the fact that Galen had never actually seen the inside of a human body, or that his 100 or so medical textbooks were wild guesswork based on his observations of dead pigs and dogs.
Wow.
Thanks to Galen, generations of medical students learned information like the brain was a large clot of phlegm.
What?
The heart had just 2 chambers. The best way to cure a headache was to cut holes in the skull, more commonly known as trepanning, and the quickest way to cure a cough was to amputate the uvula, and that post-operative wounds should be dressed with pigeon's blood.
Jesus.
All kind of wild bullshit that just was completely... probably could have been very easily tested. I mean, even to somebody who didn't have modern medical knowledge, someone cuts themselves, you put pigeon blood on it, you just go, that didn't work.
That's awful.
We'll not do that again.
When was this from?
3rd century.
Okay, so a long while ago, but awful.
Yeah, still probably, like I say, even without the modern medical knowledge of being able to actually sort of scientifically look at the human body, a lot of that probably could have been tested.
Yes, very true.
Anyway, another one from the same list is, in the 1900s, there was a small town doctor who worked in Milford in Kansas. His name was Dr. John Richard Brinkley, and he believed that he could renew a man's sex drive by transplanting the sexual glands of a goat into the male scrotum. He persuaded a local farmer to allow him to test his theory, and a year after his transplant, the farmer's wife gave birth to a boy named Billy. So he continued his bizarre practice, and for a mere $750, Brinkley offered his services to anyone willing to undergo his surgery, and apparently found plenty of eager subjects. The first few transplants using gonads from the odorless Toggenburg breed of goats were performed without any major hitch. His goat gland therapy came to the attention of Harry Chandler, owner of the Los Angeles Times, who you would obviously think would maybe publicise it and go, what the fucking hell kind of madness is this? But no, he also underwent the guy's surgery.
Fucking idiot.
Yeah, fucking man, didn't it? Just fucking sticking goat balls in your fucking scrotum. Insanity.
That was bad.
So another one from that same list. The doctor in question, one Ronaldo Sanchez, in February 1995, one 51-year-old diabetic patient, William King, joked with the staff at the University Community Hospital in Tampa, Florida, saying,
Make sure you don't take the wrong one.
just minutes before going into surgery, to have his gangrenous right foot amputated. King awoke after the surgery to discover that Sanchez had inadvertently removed his left foot, leaving the gangrenous one intact. He subsequently had both legs amputated below the knee and settled with the surgeon for $250,000. Later, the hospital revealed that it had implemented a new system to make sure that such an accident could never be repeated. And what kind of medical scientific thing did they put in place to make sure this would happen? The word no would be written in marker pen on all the limbs that were not to be amputated.
Wow, okay. I mean, I suppose that works.
It does work, but I mean, it's quite worrying, isn't it? People who are seen to be so knowledgeable of the human body to the point that we put our unconscious life in their hands.
Yeah.
But this one didn't even seem to be able to take a look at one foot and go, that one looks a little bit funky. This one over here, this looks fine. Yeah, I think I'll have that one. And now a giant no has to be written on the one that is to be left. It's a little bit of a scary thought.
Who's to say that they don't write no on the wrong one?
Very true, yeah. Mistakes just right the way down the line. And if someone did write no on the wrong foot, first of all, it'd be minging, you know, because you'd be like writing over like all the gangrene and all the pus and it'd be minging. But then when it got to surgery, would they just take that as like, well, I guess they're here for that one then? You know?
As gospel, yeah.
Yeah, for whatever reason I don't know, maybe I am supposed to take this foot and then still lop off the wrong one.
That's awful.
Fucking grim, innit?
Yeah, and the gangrene.
So, from the list 10 cures no longer recommended by medical profession, and for good fucking reason. This one is incredibly fucked, and I hope no one ever actually did this, and I am glad we have progressed since. And you'll see why. This list says that apparently the most popular cure for leprosy in the Middle Ages was bathing in the blood of a dog, which is bad enough as is, but apparently, if there wasn't a dog about, it was said that the blood of a 2-year-old child would do the job just as well.
Wow.
How fucked up is that?
I mean, it does work.
Does it? You imagine like going home and you're like, oh, doctor says I've got to bathe in the blood of a dog. Where's Kevin, our lovely family pet? I'll be sad to see him go. And then the mum's like, sorry, James, your brother had leprosy this morning, so he's used James. It's like, oh, well, I guess I'll just have to use Delilah over there then. Mental.
Love it.
So another quick one for you. Up until the 16th century, when a French surgeon proved that it was completely unnecessary, and I'm thinking that this is probably because he was about to undergo the surgery himself, and it was nothing to do with his surgical prowess, judging from the other surgeries on this list at the time, but apparently the standard cure for male hernia was castration.
Oh, God, wow.
Imagine that. It's like, oh, mate, I've got a hernia in my stomach. It's like, oh, off come the balls. Slice.
Yeah.
One final one from that list. The wealthy 19th century politician and country squire Jack Myton of Haselton in Shropshire, at age 38, died after sustaining injuries from setting fire to his own nightshirt in attempt to cure his hiccups. Before the horribly burned Myton died, he remarked,
Well, the hiccups has gone, by God.
Yeah, because you just replaced it by death.
that's not an upgrade, mate.
Like, surely you could say that about anything.
Fucking hell, yeah. That's not an upgrade, pal. That's not good.
I wouldn't call it a cure.
No, absolutely. Well,
I mean, it's a permanent cure, I suppose.
yeah. Never going to get hiccups again.
very
Maybe
true.
he's a genius. He's onto something.
Yeah.
So away from the medicine side of things and onto the subject of sickness, we find ourselves in the throes of absolute fucking madness as I bring you 10 apparent causes for the Black Death, and listen to this, according to the church.
Okay, go on.
So, number one, right, remember, right, as I go through these are all reasons that the church thought that the Black Plague was a thing. Number one, Jews poisoning the wells.
Okay.
Going to the theatre. Olive oil. Lust for older women. The use of dice. Talk of sex.
Okay.
Hanging out with witches. Overeating.
That's me gone.
Wearing pointed-toed shoes called winkle-picker shoes.
Definitely gone now.
The planets Mars and Saturn moving closer together and turning the air bad.
Right. So what really baffles me is that at one time, people thought this was genuine.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And, people are probably looking through that list, like trying to eliminate things from their lives, so making sure that they don't do that, keeping the chickens nearby just in case, always got to have a backup plan. Mental.
Yeah.
Okay, so the last full list that I'm going to leave you with is titled 10 Household Accessories Belonging to Ed Gein.
Okay.
So for anyone that isn't familiar, Ed Gein, also known as the Butcher of Plainfield, was an American criminal who became infamous for his gruesome crimes. Born on August 27th, 1906, in Wisconsin, Gein's life took a dark turn after his domineering mother died in 1945. He began to isolate himself and developed an unhealthy fascination with human anatomy and death. Gein's crimes came to light in 1957 when a local store owner, Bernice Warden, disappeared. Upon investigating Gein's property, authorities discovered Warden's decapitated body along with a horrifying collection of items made from human remains which Gein had fashioned from bodies he exhumed from local graveyards, which is what the content of this list is. So here we go. Number 1. A lampshade made of human skin. Seemed a little lost for words.
Yeah, it's fucked.
Number 2. A belt made from nipples.
Oh, God.
I mean, it's not a laughing matter, but what the fuck?
I mean, I suppose you just have the holes and you can put it over the nipple.
Which holes? Holes in your belt?
Yeah.
Hey, man, if you want to think about the logistics of how the nipple belt had worked, that's fine.
Somebody has to.
They also found 4 noses and a heart, a table with shin bone legs, which is just disgusting. I can't get that thought. I hate my shin bones because they're so long, right? And I just the thought of that snapping is an awful thought to me.
Right.
So the thought of seeing them outside of a body just stood there. I mean, how did he get them all the same size as well? Is that going to be a wonky table?
I was thinking that. Does he have to grind some down?
Possibly. I mean, can you imagine digging up a body, getting the shin bones out, getting home, and just being like, oh fucking hell, I'm not going to do extra work.
Yeah. Exactly.
Ugh, grim. A bowl made from the top of a human skull. Salted female genitals in a shoebox.
Salted?
Salted, yeah. As in, I assume he's probably going to eat them.
Wow.
A pair of lips on a string curtain pull. Don't laugh. A shirt of human skin, complete with female breasts. The faces of 9 women mounted on a wall.
Okay, something needs to happen to this guy.
He's dead.
All right, something did happen to this guy.
And finally, a head with large nails hammered through each ear.
Wow.
So yeah, fucked up.
I'm very rarely lost for words.
I'm glad I finally found something.
Yeah.
And for the sake of laughing at a twat, I will leave you with one last one from the list titled 10 Deformities of the Famous, and from this I will only read one, and that is regarding one of the biggest twats of all time, Adolf Hitler.
Yep.
And it reads, according to Soviet medical reports, he did indeed only have one testicle. According to Eva Braun, Hitler's lost ball was the result of a boyhood mishap with a wild alpine goat.
What on earth was he doing?
Okay, so, little backstory. I remember in school, in history class, we had this opportunity to go on the computer and talk to... It was kind of like a precursor to AI, so the computer was acting as Hitler, and you could ask it questions to find out information about the war, and everyone was obviously, being kids, we were like, what happened to your fucking testicle, you dickhead? And it came back saying it was bitten off by a goat as he was trying to wee into its mouth for sexual pleasure, I believe.
Why do I believe that?
Well, I heard that and I was like, that's got to be bullshit. But the question's always been, where's his other ball gone? And I have told people about the goat in the past, and they've been like, so it's got to be a made-up story. But here it is in a factual book backing up the fact that he was trying to piss in a goat's mouth and it bit it off.
Brilliant.
Oh, God. Can you imagine running home holding, the wound closed?
Oh.
Like, Mom, my ball! Oh. Mama, mein testy! But yeah,
love it.
He's a dickhead anyway, so f*** him and his testicles.
Yeah, I mean, if there's someone in history that should have had that happen to them, it's probably him.
He's one of them, yeah, he's high on the list.
Yeah, fucking hell.
But there you have it, some fucking crazy information from our collective history brought to you in one book about crazy lists.
I love it.
And there's a lot more in there, and I was planning on putting so much more into it, and I realised about halfway through that I was doing a lot of medical sort of things, but there's also things with religion, cults, sex, all sorts of weird things. interesting, so I'm thinking about collating a couple more lists. So let me know if you enjoyed it. Let me know if you never want to hear anything like this again. 2guyswhatsup@gmail.com. Let me know.
Brilliant. I, for one, would love more of that. I just find that fascinating. Scary to think that people believed in all of this.
Yeah, fucking mad. But yeah, I will do some more then. If not for the audience, I will record them just for you, Jordan.
Brilliant. And I'll release them anyway.
Oh, sure. Fair enough. So if you don't like it and they are out, blame Mike. Jordan.
Yeah,
Sorry.
blame Mike. Yeah.
Yeah, blame that kid. Anyway, my old pal, does that about bring us round to the end of today's fantastical episode?
I think it does.
Smashing! Thank you for tuning into today's episode of Two Guys What's Up. Don't forget to follow the show wherever you listen to us so you don't miss another episode, and maybe even tell a friend. Take your friend to the Tudor doctor's surgery and tell them you have something like a splinter and just see what they give you. And then while you're waiting in the waiting room, stick in your AirPods and listen to some Two Guys What's Up, naturally.
And if you would like to get in touch with us, our Linktree link is in the bio of this episode, which you can click on and be jetted off to every single link you will ever need for all your Two Guys What's Up essentials. Want to get your own Two Guys What's Up t-shirt? Click the link.
Want to find out what happened in Project Serpo? Click the link.
Want to sell your Two Guys What's Up pin badge on Facebook Marketplace? No, don't do that. Click the link.
I'll give you nothing. And don't forget, we now have Patreon, where you can find all of your Two Guys What's Up extra essentials, including said pin badges, shoutouts, t-shirts, and if you really can't get enough of our fantastic tales and fucking nice voices, well, now you can get more, because we now release bonus episodes, which come out on the last Friday of every month, and there's currently 9 just sitting up there, just waiting for you. Just listen. The content is there, and it is available starting with the bonus episodes for just £3 a month.
So if you want to help support the show and get some cool stuff while you do so, head over to patreon.com/2guyswhatsup to check out all the goodies over there. The link will be down below for your clicking pleasure.
But if you can't do that, but you'd still like to help us out, then a 5-star rating and review in your podcast app of choice would go a long way to helping us out, and we would be eternally grateful.
We would indeed.
But on that note, thanks for listening, guys. Y'all have an amazing week, and we will see you next Monday.
Bye.
Bye. Breasts are involved in that?
I assume not, because they're not genitalia.
What the absolute fuck was that?
That was me. I was just blowing myself when you said genitalia.
Oh, right, because I heard, so it sounded like fucking talking through my ears. I thought I picked up an EVP or some shit.
No, just me.
Nice. Okie dokie, moving on.